General Hospital spoilers reveals that the continuous announcements regarding the departure of familiar stars from General Hospital have caused shockwaves and surprise in the fan community. Recently, the news of Cameron Mathison, who portrays Drew, deciding to leave the show has left many viewers stunned. Mathison, who joined GH in 2021, quickly made a strong impression with his portrayal of Drew. His departure has caused disappointment, especially as the storylines surrounding Drew and his relationships were still being developed. However, this shock isn't the first time viewers have had to face such departures. Previously, the announcement that Kelly Monaco would be leaving her role as Sam McCall after more than 20 years with GH left many fans in disbelief. Sam, one of the show's most iconic characters since its early days, has been a cornerstone of General Hospital. And losing such a long-standing presence like Monaco has sparked concerns about the future of the show. Likewise, the departure of Chad Duell, who has played Michael Corinthos for nearly a decade, has left a significant gap. Michael, with his complex relationships and dramatic family storylines, has been central to GH for years. Duell's exit has created a void not only in the Corinthos family, but in the entire narrative of the show. Fans are now wondering how the relationships and development of other characters will unfold without these familiar faces. With these longtime stars leaving, viewers are beginning to question whether General Hospital can maintain its allure and the loyalty of its audience in the absence of key characters deeply woven into its storylines. The changes to the cast and the removal of such significant characters not only create a shock for fans, but also raise concerns about the direction of the show and whether it will be able to sustain its long-term appeal. These decisions are set to change the landscape of General Hospital, and fans are still waiting to see how these shifts will affect the storyline and the remaining characters. Drew's decision to stay in Washington and not return to Port Charles has made Willow's life more complicated than ever. Although they only had a brief relationship, Drew's absence has left Willow feeling more alone and insecure than before. The feeling of abandonment became even stronger when Willow discovered she was pregnant with Drew's child. This revelation not only upends Willow's life, but also forces her to confront conflicting emotions. At first, she was shocked and anxious about the future, not only having to keep this secret from Michael, but also having to face the personal struggles of motherhood without Drew by her side. Meanwhile, Michael continues to suspect changes in Willow's behavior, but she cannot reveal the truth to him for fear of losing his love and support. Willow finds herself caught between the two most important men in her life, and these complex emotions only increase the tension within her. Drew's decision to stay in Washington, though not necessarily a bad choice, has left Willow unsure of what to do with her situation. She feels forced to live in secrecy, and this loneliness seems to make things worse. Willow's future now seems uncertain as she faces decisions not only about her love life, but also about the responsibility of raising a child on her own. When Drew decided to stay in Washington and not return to Port Charles, the future of Danny and Scout became extremely uncertain. The absence of Drew, who was supposed to be their guardian, will complicate the situation for both children. While Willow is struggling to cope with the emotions of being pregnant with Drew's child, she also has to face the challenge of raising Danny and Scout on her own without the support of their father. This creates a wave of concern regarding the emotional well-being and development of Danny and Scout, as they will lack the stability and involvement of both their father and mother. Under the pressure of Drew's absence, Alexis, who is temporarily caring for the children, also feels the weight of this responsibility growing. Drew's decision has left a void that is difficult to fill, and as his absence continues, the Quartermain family will have to struggle to ensure the children have a secure future. This becomes even more difficult as Willow's relationship with Michael remains strained, which impacts the children's emotional well-being. Although Michael loves Danny and Scout, Drew's absence creates a gap in the family, and the children will no longer feel the full sense of family connection. The future of Danny and Scout now depends on how the Quartermain family especially Alexis and Carly, will work together to create a stable environment for them in this turbulent situation. The changes within the family will force the characters to face great challenges, and no one can predict whether Danny and Scout will be able to grow up normally without both parents to guide them. Jason taking over Drew's legacy will be a major turning point in his life. His responsibilities now extend beyond just caring for Danny and Scout, to managing and expanding the work and assets Drew left behind. This will create a greater burden for Jason, especially when he has already faced numerous challenges in managing family relationships, particularly with Alexis and Sam. Furthermore, Drew's absence will force Jason to deal with even more complicated issues, as he will not only have to handle company-related matters, but also step up to protect his nieces in a world full of chaos. Jason will have to balance maintaining Drew's legacy with shielding Danny and Scout from negative influences. This sudden change will create many conflicts and tensions within the family, especially as people begin to realize that Jason cannot simply handle everything on his own. With an increasing workload and responsibilities for the future of his nieces, Jason may be forced to make difficult decisions, sometimes conflicting with those close to him in the family. His relationship with family members will be tested, especially when Drew is no longer present and Jason faces challenges he never anticipated.